I started yesterday to copy from one platform to the platform I had from the start, the first platform I have my podcast on. And I quit it. But now I'm coming back because they have got some better future now. So I copy my episodes, Swedish episodes, to this platform. And then I decided me to make an episode where I was talking in Swedish and talking about that I have start over with this platform, and I saw it also that my old episodes have got many listeners, so it was a good idea to start over with this platform. And then when I was talking in the episode about my decision, then in the end I felt a spirit was there in the room, and this is so confusing, and I need to talk about it because I felt, and then it showed up that it was Jesus, that in his 30s. It was clearly that it was Jesus, but he was different from what he have shown up before. And he said to this that he had a message to those people that was listening to this Swedish platform. He said that, and he said that I'm coming soon. He said that he have this message for those people that was in that platform. Listen, and I ask him why he say that in that place, this platform, and in a Swedish episode, and he said that those people that was in the Swedish podcast and that platform, it was that platform reached to Norway and Sweden, and it's like target here where I live. And so it confused me. I have thinking about it this morning here in April 5th, 2022. And I'm wondering because how he looked like. He didn't look like he looked like he do, but he act different, and because he was very happy, and that Jesus that have coming through, he have more like looking out in my garden, and then he is be like mild and down in his talking, not this almost laughing. I saw him, it was like a little laugh, and he was easygoing, Jesus, that he was very happy. And his answer why he was saying this in that platform. It was that he said that those people that listen, it was those that most receive him, and it was people that was righteous. He said they are right, and as a, but it must be in the other platform I had the Swedish podcast in. They must also be right people, but he say it was more tight of the believers that was there yesterday in that podcast. And this, what he say and did, that make me confused. And I'm thinking about what, because I don't like when I read and hear that Jesus is coming soon. For me, is it that when Jesus is saying this, have always been that he's coming soon because you die. You die and then you come up to heaven and you meet him. Not that he is coming here. It have always been a word of, I'm coming soon, have always been death for me. That our life here on earth is very short, so it is very soon. And when we die, we come up to heaven, and there we can see him. That have always been in my mind. So I'm wondering, why did he say so, like he did? And I have pondering on it, and I think that it was a little like now I could say this word in English before I started recording, and now I can't. That he make a joke of it, that they are saying that Jesus is coming soon. It was like he make fun of it, and that also that these people that listen at the podcast, there was full of those Jesus lover. I call them Jesus lover, those that believe that Jesus is God, that God was walking here on earth as Jesus, and he may. Then when I post this with what Jesus was saying, then it reached very high. In so many people are listening on this episode. Those other episodes I had in that podcast, it's not. It says it reached 1,160% high, and that make me very sad. But it's also make what he was doing and saying, it seems coming true. That they don't, then suddenly everyone want to hear what Jesus was saying, and he's saying, "I'm coming soon," and it's what's repeat in the church the whole time, that we other people, we other that don't have Jesus so high up. We we don't like that because coming soon. What is coming soon? Because uh, he's saying this because he was in the spirit when he said that, Jesus, and in heaven there is no time, so he couldn't say that I will come next year like that, in 1 year from now. He couldn't say that because there was no, he couldn't get any time from God when he was saying this, because God is not about time. So in heaven, it's not about time because it's only one day in heaven. It will never be night. It will be only a daytime in heaven, not a night. It's not 24 hours uh, that day. So it make me. It was very strange that he was so happy and talking so light, like he was standing in the corner of my room where he could look out in the garden. So that's was he showing that it was he. But what he was doing was different. So it's like he was saying this because I should see it late yesterday, and I saw this morning also that it was so many people that didn't listen at when I was talking about that I start over. That episode didn't get so many listeners, but I cut out what Jesus was saying, like I do on this podcast. So people that have no time to listen at me, they want to listen at Jesus, and he's showing that to me. This is people that coming to my podcast because they believe in Jesus, and now I give them some food to so they be confirmed that Jesus was God walking here. But it's not a lie what said, what people are saying, because God was walking here on earth, but he was not walking in his presence. He was walking. Jesus heard God talking. In that way, God was walking. He was not. God was not walking in a body of himself, because the spirit take place in bodies. They don't have any bodies when they coming down and want to talk. You have heard it many times in my podcast here, that is be like a big breathing, because they enter into my body. So they don't have their own bodies, even if they show me bodies. But it's because I should know who they are, or what they will talk about. That's how they show me. And those bodies that they show me, it's very dizzy. It's not sharp. is not clear, those bodies that they show me. So that's the body in the spirit to describe who they are or what they want to tell me. But when they want really talking deeper into most of the spirit can't come into my body because it's a temple of God. So it's mostly God that enter in. But I don't know what is doing in heaven in that time. Maybe some get be allowed to go into the temple from God, so they go into my body. I don't know, because I don't know how many have entered into my body. You maybe know how many it is that have entered into my body and talked. Or, but most of the spirits that am not God, Jesus, when he's coming, he don't enter into my body. Mary doesn't enter into my body. Most of the time it have been God enter into the body. So Jesus is not God coming here. And it's very, I think it's very disturbing that now in that podcast, a Swedish podcast, now they believe that Jesus is coming soon. Because they don't know, because I'm copy old episodes of the Swedish episodes that I have make after I left this Swedish platform, and it was 2 years ago, and I have done many episodes since then, and it's for those on that platform I take episodes from. They understand it because I describe it more and more, what is going on when I've been up to heaven. They know I have been up to heaven and what I have seen and heard. But this new, old new platform, they have not got the knowledge yet. So it's very, very disturbing. But maybe it was a strategy from Jesus, because to get me more listener, maybe it's a smart way to do it that Jesus did, because now I get the attention from people, so they will listen more to my podcast. It's very strange that he did this, but time will tell. Time will tell if this was a strategy to get more people to listen at the podcast. So, and this platform have this new future that is like competing in a podcast hit list, and I'm going up on that list because I have so many listeners now. So it can be that, and time will tell, and I will tell you if it's what it was, why he come to me and and say that he had a message for those that listen at my Swedish podcast, Time Will Tell. And that I have recording this in the morning, and I always get a blessed day. It's always blessed. I have come in so far in the spirit that there is nothing that can touch me in a negative way. It can touch me in a negative way, but I I take it away. It's going away after some seconds. I don't have it with me. I am in a peace, and I think I'm even stronger because I got the mark of God on my forehead for some week ago, 1-2 weeks ago. So I am more protected from negative. I got negative things because it created very much bills for me when I left Sweden in 2000, and I work in United States in 3.5 years, and in that time I got bills building up that was not paid of anyone, and those bills are still here. After 20 years I still have those bills coming in, and they take away all extra money that I have from my retirement, and there is a limit of money that the poor people get, and I belong to the poor people in Sweden, and I don't get any support from anyone to could pay all these podcast platforms. That is much money for me, but I do it for God. I do in God's will, and it's always perfect. It doesn't matter. The bills will be paid in one way or the other. I have stored up very much food, so I can eat of that food if it's going crisis for me. I still have food to eat, at least, and I can pay my home, the rent for my home, and I am not outside so much. I don't need new clothes. I have old clothes since I come back from United States. I have some clothes that I got in United States, and I still wear them. I only don't want to go naked, nude. So I don't need to be fancy because I work for God, and we should be modest clothes. If we work for God, we should not look like a Christmas tree. We should not have those high heels. That is to flirt with the world, to go on the club in the church. But real, serious people in God, they have modest clothes, modest makeup, modest. They don't look like that if you meet them on the street, you don't know if they go to the church or if they go to the club. Yes, I know that you're laughing. That's fun to start the day with, or make your day, make your evening, make your morning. So thank you for listening. God bless you. I love you, and God loves you even more.